look at this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. So, this pattern that I'm running is a triangle. And as an owner-operator or lease operator, if you are able to choose your loads, you may see that there is a high dollar load, a load that pays you well, going from one place to another. And to get back to that load again, maybe this freight is available every week. It might be the same day every week, or it might be multiple times every week. But where you deliver to, when you get a load out of there, it doesn't pay well. Going back to where you picked the load up from, it doesn't pay well. However, a load might pay well leaving there, going somewhere else. And if you can find a load from that place that gets you back to where you were, the load from that place might pay you a decent amount. I put a visualization up because that might not be easy to follow, but say when you pick up your first load, it's point A. You're taking it to point B, right? And you don't want to go from point B back to point A because the freight out of point B doesn't pay very well going back to point A. And the reason I want to go back to point A is pick up another one of those good paying loads. But you find a good load going from point B to point C, and freight from point C goes to point A, and it pays pretty well. So now you found a triangle that you can run. You run from point A to point B, then from point B to point C, and then from point C back up to point A. That's a triangle. And now you start the process over again. You run that good paying load from point A to point B, and then point B to point C to point A. So now you're pulling all good paying loads instead of going point A to point B and then pulling a cheap load from point B back up to point A. You see what I'm saying? So I went from Carolina to Cincinnati area, which was actually in Kentucky, just south of Cincinnati, Walton, Kentucky. Then from Kentucky to Houston. Now Houston to Florida. Now Florida back to North Carolina. So I didn't really do a triangle. I did a odd shape. But it's the same idea, same principle. You're making a circle, go around in a circle. Not literally speaking, but find a route plan or develop a route plan that you can follow, a pattern that you can follow that pays you well. Now that's what you're looking for as an owner-operator, not, basically to pay. Suppose you are a company with a driver. Suppose you're an owner-operator with an extra truck and you got to drive in it. Well, now you have to take it another level. You want to balance the amount of money that you're getting paid with the way you're compensating the driver. So if it's per mile, then of course the driver needs to get good mileage, or else he's going to be unhappy. If it's percentage, then you can just focus on the same thing we talked about at first, because the driver's going to get an amount in relationship to what the trucking company gets. So that's taken care of if you pay percentage. But if you pay per mile, then you can't only look at how much of a profit margin the trucking company is going to get. You can do that, but if you disregard your driver, and the route you come up with, say you could get a much shorter route. Say you have point A to point B is 300 or 400 miles. Point B to point C is 200 or 300, 400 miles. Point C to point A is 300 miles. That's not gonna work, obviously. You see what I'm saying? So if you have someone driving for you and it's an extra truck, because you might find loads that pay you good enough to be profitable with those short miles. But if you got an unhappy driver because you pay him by the mile, you know, that profit ain't gonna last long. It's not a good thing because you have an unhappy employee. How good is he gonna take care of that equipment? How stable is, how loyal is he gonna be to you at that job? He already know you don't care about him. You're gonna run him that way every single week. So why would he care about staying there or how he treat the equipment? See what I'm saying? So okay, if you look only at the money, then you might make money for a little while you keep making excuses to that guy driving the truck, you know, about doing those short runs, short mile weeks. So you see my point? You have to take into consideration the driver. So you need to come up with, either pay the driver percentage, or you need to come up with a route that makes everybody happy, that's profitable to the trucking company, and also give the driver miles so that he can be happy. You see what I'm saying? And do you see why? Because a lot of people, a lot of companies, they don't care about that. Some of you, if you had an extra truck, you wouldn't care about that. You would expect that driver to deal with it and suffer as long as you're making money. That's ridiculous. But, you know, that's why I focus so much on personal development. It's just two different mindsets. It's just actually caring about other people, how you treat them, what they're going through, being empathetic, seeing things from another person's perspective. You have to be able to do that. And you can't be greedy, and you have to be a people person. You got to care about other people in order to think a certain way. And in order to, you see that's a cycle that goes back around to your own longevity. Let's see, I wasn't planning on going down that path, but that's usually how it goes with me. You watch these videos. Oh yeah, so I started off by talking about this triangle concept. So it's all good. Wow, you see that track going across the highway? Somebody left their lane and went all the way to the other side. Anyway, excuse me, what else can we talk about? Quick here. So I'm trying to let's work on eliminating that word trying to fitna. I'm trying to but a lot of the videos lately are covering several angles at once. So I'm talking about trucking, but I'm taking liberty to point out some things that's going to be beneficial to you, particularly as an owner-operator, and even when it comes to a point that you have a second and third truck. You see? Trying to help you understand this game at a deeper level so that when you reach certain stages, you can use what you've learned. So like I said, I just talked about the triangle and maximizing the profit to the truck, and how to take into account how to make your driver happy and at the same time getting what you need for the truck. That's what we just talked about. And that's something, I'm telling you, that's something that more than 50% of the owner-operators don't understand, and owner-operators with more than one truck could care less about it. How how to get set in place more profitable hauling, and how to devise a balance between a great profit margin and a happy driver. You had just gained insight and a way of thinking that at least, I would say at least half of the new owner-operators don't get. Owner-operators, lease contractors, etc. But anyway, you know, I just talked to an owner-operator, a lease operator. I'm not even going to say her name, I'll just say her, or the company that she's leased on to. But you go to the owner operator page, and she's an experienced driver, but she did one of these lease programs. She's paying between $400 and $500 a week, and she had to replace the motor in that truck. And she had said she actually did finish the lease program on the truck, but now she's paying back $20,000 for that motor. She got an international. And I asked her, now this is why I keep telling y'all you need to learn as much as you can learn before making that move. I asked her what kind of motor. I was wondering, was it a PACCAR motor? Because if you have come to the page, you'll see, and y'all, I mean, it's been such a widely discussed topic in trucking. If you're interested in becoming an owner-operator, you should already heard about it. But there's a lot of people unhappy with those motors, PACCAR motors. She don't know what kind of motor was in the truck. So that's mistake number one, because you should be researching the different motors just to see if one is better than the other. Or put another way, what are the advantages and disadvantages of having one over the other? And you'll know if you've watched my videos or you've been to the website, you read the page on operators, that I suggest, and my mechanic suggests, to go with Detroit or Cummins as a new driver, just because the parts are more common. Detroit is number one because the parts are so common, and it's so easy to find a mechanic that could work on it. You know, if something goes wrong. But you don't know what kind of engine that was, but if they put $20,000 in a hole, luckily the company she was leased to, you know, they fronted the money to get that fixed, and now she's just paying that back. But she said she's struggling. She don't know if she'll make it. She said in 3 months, within 3 months, she might turn the truck in.